the King of Comedy Eugene competition. You guys ready for it? Alright, sounds good. So the way this is going to work, all you comics, you have 5 minutes solid. When I give you the light, you have 1 minute left to nut up or shut up, and then that's it. We're gonna do 4 comedians, and then we're gonna have one of our judges come up and do a couple minutes while they tally the votes. Then we're gonna do another 4 comedians. And then Seth will come up and while they tally the votes. There's going to be 1 comedian out of each group of 4. You've all been randomly chosen. And we're about to start right now. So the first comedian right now, let's see, where is he?
What's the list?
The list was chosen by random. I don't see him, I think he's sitting over at the bar. The first comedian tonight is Chaz Logan Hyde.
Randomized. Hi, how's it going? Phenomenal. I'm Chaz Logan Hyde. I have the name of a serial killer in the face of a pedophile. I didn't choose it, it just happened. Looked like a malnourished Macaulay Culkin, slowly turning into Princess Diana with a goatee. It's fucking great. I love my life. Everything's fantastic. Oh goodness. A little about me. I hate David Schwimmer. He's the sole reason why I'm not into paleontology anymore. I don't believe in dinosaurs. You know, when you have to watch Friends, like, to completion within 2 weeks, twice, you start to hate things that you never thought you hated before. I don't like David Schwimmer. I don't trust people with dream catchers in their cars. Doesn't seem like a place that should belong, honestly. You should put that shit back in your house where it belongs. It begs a question, like, how often are you sleeping in your car? It's really weird. Don't trust you. You could kill like a family of 4 on the I-5 at any moment, just doze off into a sleep. I like to think people with dream catchers is like a Mystics version of a Ghostbuster. They just drive around town and collect all the bad spirits. It's like everybody can sleep good at night. This is a great thing he's doing. Yeah, good job. But it's not just one person's bad dreams anymore. It's everyone's bad dreams in town. What happens when you flip that 2-door Datsun? I'm just assuming you drive a Datsun, you got a dream catcher in it. What's gonna happen? This fucking 7th portal of hell's gonna open up. Cthulhu came out of my car and is trying to give me a parking ticket. I crashed. I'm not trying to park, Cthulhu. That was fun. Do you think if a house got bit by a werewolf, it turned into a warehouse? Do you think if you filled that warehouse with silver, it's an oxymoron? Is this joke too much? We should move on. I like it. This was a big surprise. This is fun. People give me life advice all the time, which I don't fucking want, but the most common one I always get is like, there's plenty of fish in the sea, Chaz. It's like, why are you concerned about my relationship status? That's weird. But they always say, like, there's plenty of fish in the sea, Chaz. Yeah, that's true. Most are irradiated from the Fukushima leak. You know, a lot are covered in oil from the BP spill. A lot are just dead because there's no coral reefs. They're going away, guys, rapidly. But yeah, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Sure. And none of them want to be with me! Dealing with it. You guys want to play a game with me? It's fun. It's more of a word associations thing. If you know the answer, just call it out. Spin it! Pull it! Twist it! Bop, it's correct! You win the rest of this joke. Here it comes. I hate Bop It. It's fucking terrible. There's like no easy mode to that at all. It's aggressively hard right at the beginning. Like it'll be like, good job! Not. Fuck you, Bop It. This is ridiculous. I want to remarket the toy. I just want to make it as angry as it wants to be. Just spin it in, pull it, bop it. Kill your parents and don't tell them about it. Spin it. Build a doghouse for no reason. Bop it. Hey, this is Bop It speaking. Do you think time travel doesn't exist or it does exist, but nothing important enough happened in your own life to merit its existence? Spin it. God, this toy's depressing. Do you guys know who Schoolboy Q is? He's fun, right? I love him. He's great. He starts every, yeah. That's how he starts every single song. He has a great song called Man of the Year. It's my favorite. He always says like, TS, hands in the air. It's a party over here. But he always says it like it's a noun. And I was like, what does a titty ass hand look like? I've probably drawn this for like a year. And I drew a picture for you. Oh, come on, paper. This is what I think a titty ass hand looks like. I've drawn it a lot. It always comes out looking like a moose. It's not great. Titty ass hands in the air. It's a party over here. That was perfect. It was. Whatever. Thank you guys. I've been Chaz Logan Hyde. You have a great night.
Keep it going for Chaz! Alright, your next comedian's a super funny dude. He actually won Eugene's Funniest earlier this year. Give it up for Michael 70!
Yes, my name is Michael 70. I used to begin my sets by saying, "Hi, I'm Michael. I'm 24 years old and I'm a stand-up." I know that based on looking at me and how I sound, I should be a 7th grader named Trevor who only eats bagel bites. But no, I'm Michael, I'm 24, and bagel bites are a sometimes food. Don't use that joke so much anymore, because depression happened. Bagel bites aren't a sometimes food anymore. They're just food. If someone says, "Hey Michael, wanna go get some food?" and they put anything in front of me that isn't bagel bites, don't eat it. That's not what food is anymore. Also, don't think I look like a 7th grader named Trevor anymore. I think I now look like an 8th grader named Trevor who's somehow also a divorced dad. Just trying to make it through 8th grade. I'm just going and chopping wood over by my cabin, getting really into Bon Iver. It's a fun time. It's a good time all around. I was at my parents' house not too long ago. Found my old VHS tape collection. Stumbled upon an old VHS tape. You could tell it was old because it was a VHS tape. I saw that written on it. It said, "Michael's Ultrasound / Oprah." So curiosity got the best of me. Popped it in the old VCR, and it was about 60-40 in favor of Oprah. But it was a good Oprah. John Travolta was there. He's promoting Get Shorty, also in the VHS collection. It was a nice little double feature that night. A little bit of ultrasound, a lot of Oprah, Get Shorty. It's a fun night. The thing about watching those old VHS tapes from the 90s is you get to see old 90s commercials, which are way better than today's commercials. Because back in the 90s, they knew that in advertising, you were allowed to lie. We don't do that anymore. Saw a commercial for Olive Garden recently. It said, "Olive Garden, you've tried our greatest, now try our latest." It's a weird way to hawk your wares there, Olive Garden. It's basically saying, "Olive Garden, you've had our good food, here's some new food." You want to be really honest, could have gone with Olive Garden, where you're too fun for real Italian, but too fancy for Applebee's. Hey, fuck Olive Garden, am I right? That's the hill that I'm gonna die on with my comedy. I'm gonna go to jail just like Lenny Bruce. What were you in for? Oh man, fucking tore Olive Garden a new one. Speaking truth to power. Hey, so you know that president we have? Donald Trump? Okay, just didn't know who knew. Just want to take a quick Gallup poll on that. I don't know what a Gallup poll is. I heard it once. I don't know if it has something to do with horses. I'm using it now. I read online that the President of the United States and his interactions with North Korea could very well lead to a nuclear holocaust. And that really shook me to my core, because I didn't know that the word Holocaust was a word that you could use for stuff that wasn't the Holocaust. And I was telling my friend about that. I was like, yeah, did you know that Holocaust can be spelled with like a lowercase h? And he was like, yeah, everybody knows that. And I don't think that's true. So I think I told somebody, hey, you know the Holocaust? I don't think they'd say, which one? All right, you guys, I'm gonna leave you with this. My cousin, he killed himself not so long ago. Yeah, where are my suicide freaks at? Cousin killed himself not so long ago, and I texted my friend about it. I said, my cousin just died. She texted me back and said, I'm so sorry. My phone just died. I now know that's because it was an hour later that she texted me and she was trying to say, I'm so sorry for just now getting back to you. It's because my phone died. But at the time, I was just like, you can't fucking compare our pain. I love my cousin more than you love your phone. Turns out it was a Nokia N-Gage. I was like, okay, retro, that makes sense. Thank you guys.
Alright, next comedian is a super funny dude and he's jerking off the velvet rope or something. I don't know what you're doing over there, buddy. You ready for it?
Always.
Alright, give it up for Mike McGowan!
Sorry, I have to ask Whippo to get the fuck out of the way, you asshole. Always getting in the way of everything. Welcome to the King of Eugene, yay! I don't know what you win, but I'm sure it will be pointless. Thank you guys all very much for coming out and supporting Jane's Ponzi scheme. I feel like there's 30 cities that are like, we almost had a comedy club, and then she blew out of here with all of our money. I don't know if I can do this. I don't think I can lose another competition to Mike Sepney. It's just, you saw what he looked like, and I lose to that regularly. It's just, fuck it, I'm gonna start eating Hot Pockets and Bagel Bites, whatever. Because I'm very nice to my body. I don't eat that shit. I only eat the good stuff. Taco Bell and Cox. I'm not even that discerning when it comes to either, so that's pretty bad. The worst part is technology. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg or whatever, because like now that I have my Grindr hookup phone numbers in my phone, they pop up in the people you should know on Facebook. No, I should not know you. That's a bad idea. It's weird that you had me fuck you and then now there's pictures of you at church on Sunday. That's fun. I'm just feeling judged by Seth now. Fuck you, god damn it. I'm always judged by Seth, always, and then now I'm judged by School Shooter too, so that's wonderful. Yay, comedy. And Rich Fuss, a guy whose name I didn't know a week ago. I'm really appreciative that we have more comedy going here. This used to be what was it? John Henry's? Anybody remember that place?
Yes.
You guys are pieces of shit who remember it. I used to love it because there was a glory hole in the men's bathroom, which was really cool, but like it was an awkward glory hole, that's the kind that you gotta get like on your tippy toes to get in, which really shows you to reach for the stars for your dreams. I'm dating, I'm on that single tip. Fuck. That is really just how dating is going right now. Like I'm even wearing the shorts to kind of rock, look at that, thank you. God damn it, Melody, one of these days. I don't like dating nowadays. I feel like people are fucking liars. It's disgusting and it's wrong. I was getting fellatio from a young lady, and all of a sudden she started doing the oh. And I was like, you're a fucking liar. I've heard women fake it a lot of times, okay? And you're faking it. I'm not that big to make that sound happen. You're a goddamn liar. I'm not gonna start a relationship based upon lies like that. Fuck that shit. So I lost her number. I was like, fuck that. But then I realized, I was like, wait a second, Mike, you didn't open your heart up enough. You didn't give the chance to see what could happen. Maybe she was making those noises because my penis stunk so fucking bad. Where she was just like, it smells so bad, but I really like him. I'm gonna give it a chance. And I missed out on that dedication, guys. Do you know how that feels? I missed out on that chance. I'm all about the fellatio. I was on a Grindr hookup. I went and I met this gentleman, if you would like to call it that. I guess he was watching CNN before I got there, so like it was playing on the background as I'm blowing this dude, and I couldn't help but notice the entire time I was blowing him, Donald Trump was talking in the background. That's the only way we're gonna make America great again, guys. I feel like that's the best protest. Suck a dick, fuck Donald Trump. It's kind of like in the 60s when they used to have those protests with the guns pointed at the people and the hippies came and put the flowers in, but now the flowers are exploding in my face. Whatever. Thank you guys very much.
Keep going, Roger Allen. All right, next comedian is a super funny chick. Give it up for Cienna Jade.
Hi, I'm Cienna. I've dropped out of college 5 times. Yeah, so I'm 4 times better than anyone else here. Amateurs. I'm basically 30. I work at a dead-end job, and I live with my mother. Yeah. She's an old lady, but I don't think of her as one, in the same way that she doesn't think of me as a failure. Beggars can't be choosers, except in Eugene for some reason. They're choosy as fuck. I know a lot of people are really upset that the bums have got a significant raise recently. Like, where the fuck is our raise, right? I'm not one of those people, though. I'm on board with it. I think 10 cents a can is a good thing, but we need to take it further than that. Like, we need to have deposits on wine bottles. Why are the winos getting a free ride here and they don't need to pay any deposit? That's fucked. But the most important thing, people, Oregon, is we need to put an end to bottle and can limits for taking them back in. Yeah. That shit's fucked. You can't declare something is worth money and then not give me my money. And yet every time I take my cans and bottles down to the money store, which, yeah, I know most of you call it a bank, but that's what a fucking bank, money store is. It's a bank. They look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. Oregon declared that that shit was worth money. I deserve that money. This message was brought to you by a bum who gave me a cigarette to tell you a thing. I had a bad experience this year. I want to call him a one-night stand, but well, I don't know, that's not technically accurate. It was more of like a, I don't know, male lover, fuck boy, guy, pal, one season stand, gentleman friend of mine. I don't know, labels are hard. It was a guy that I let him put his penis in me sometimes. And it was going all right until one day, out of nowhere, he called me, he called me a hopeless romantic. That still really upsets me. It doesn't make sense. He's the one who lit the candles and gave me cream pie. And then he calls me the romantic one? That's fucked. It's a typical guy move, really. You guys are always the more romantic ones. Hands down. Like, from my experience anyway. Okay, the most romantic thing a man ever did for me, hours-long oral sex session. I came dozens of times. It was amazing. He finished it up with a full body massage. And the next morning, he let me sleep in as long as I wanted. And then he made me breakfast, took me to the coast. We played on the beach and smoked weed and fucked all day long. And he finished the whole thing up by buying me a bottle of whiskey and a video game when we got home. It's so super fucking romantic, right? In contrast, the most romantic thing I've ever done for a guy is pull the condom off of him after sex and put it away for him. And it's not the same level of effort. Not romantic. The set is to be continued at a later date, Eugene. Thank you.
Keep it going for Cienna! All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the first 4 comedians. Please cast your votes into the hat of your favorite. Just one ticket apiece. All right. In the meantime, while they're going around doing this, we're gonna have Tyler come up, one of our judges. He's gonna tell some jokes. Tyler, go to take your time while she goes and passes them out. You want to sit there for a minute if you want. Oh yeah? Let's go ahead and see how sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you forgot the names are, first one was Chaz. Second one was Michael. Third one was Mike, and the fourth one was Cienna. What's up? She's going around right now. Tyler, you can come up whenever you want and do some shit. Might as well wait a minute. Yeah, so you're not telling jokes over here.
Okay, stop calling for money here.
Hi, guys. Guys enjoying the show so far? All right, fuck yeah. So, first of all, my judgment doesn't matter, you know. It's just for fun, whatever. I like to go to Walmart for the free self-esteem. Donut holes are neither donuts nor holes. Just tired of all the lies in this world. Gotta start somewhere. Christians go on missions. Scientologists go on missions impossible.
How come Michael Vick hates to talk about politics? Because he doesn't have a dog in that fight. If Rihanna ever has a best of album, she should call it Chris Brown's Greatest Hits. I was using a public restroom recently, and I saw some graffiti on the walls usually do, and one in particular caught my eye. It said 7-Eleven, never forget. And that's a good reminder for some. But I have never forgotten about the twin taquitos, or Taquito 7. It was a controlled rotisserie. What do you call the remains of a suicide bombing? Martyr sauce. Fun stuff, you guys. This is amazing. Somebody's gonna win a fucking crown. It's beautiful. I like my coffee the way I like my women. Trapped inside of a glass cylinder, soaked in boiling water for 5 to 7 minutes. Is that a bad analogy? Just trying to say ladies are delicious. It's hard for me to open up. Yeah. Holy shit. Fuck you, Rich. Whatever. Let's see here. Cool. I have a fan. Where do you think refrigerators keep their kids' shitty drawings? Thinking about getting a vasectomy? Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. Mainly because I don't really like kids, but also, like, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna accomplish that much in my life, but I don't think there's any, and I'm an only child, and I'm like the end of the line, and what greater accomplishment could you have in the world than to completely end a bloodline? It's like my own personal Holocaust, with the little H, for my little testicles. Whoa. Apparently testicles getting edgy up in this place. My parents are barely functioning alcoholics, but I wasn't raised with any kind of religion or anything, so you know that's a fair trade, right? Yeah, it's awesome. So, you guys want to keep this comedy competition rolling along? How are we doing this? Are you coming back up here, Rich?
Yeah, right.
All right. Oh. I'm gonna bring Rich Fuse back up, everybody. Woo!
Give it up for one of your judges, Tyler. Alright, your next comedian part of the competition. Super funny chick who's here all the time. We all love her. Give it up for Emily Dorr.
Probably the superest funny chick. I would have to claim that title. Thanks for being here, you guys. Give yourselves a hand. Give yourself 2 hands, please. Yes, thank you. I was talking to my mom on the phone. She was asking me what my plans were for the weekend, and I told her about this comedy competition. She goes, well, Emily, you better make sure you win. As I cannot show up to Bunko again with nothing to report about you. Let alone that you lost an amateur comedy competition. I can't bear it. I said, Mom, I completely understand. Just assume I won, and let's never talk about this ever again. Not fair? Or, even if I don't win, assume I was best of all the women. Right? All right. I love you two ladies so much. Like, if we're representative of vaginas, Gabby, you're the clit, because you're the most fun. Cienna, you're the cunt, because you have the most depth. And I'm the asshole, because I get shit done. It's perfect, right? I thought of that on the toilet. Thank you. Thank you. I should mention this entire conversation I had with my mother, I was 2 hours into my mushroom trip. So it was actually a lot more fun than I'm alluding to. It was downright pleasant. That was probably the best phone conversation we've ever had. Don't be worried. I don't do mushrooms that often. I only do mushrooms when I talk to my parents on the phone, and it's improved things drastically. It really has. I haven't had a drink in 1 year and 4 months. Don't clap, you're wasting my time. Thank you. I'm seeking balance in all things in my life. I really am. So, in an effort to find balance, I don't do anything positive for myself without seeking to, as quickly as possible, negate the positive. For example, I like to start each morning on my knees, praying for a joyous and serenity-filled day, after which I remain on my knees and I masturbate to CNN. Today, I went to the gym. I ran 6 miles and I lifted weights. I came home and I ate 7 donuts. I didn't even taste them the first time. Last week, I broke up with an emotionally abusive boyfriend. Instead, I'm trying to make an effort to call my dad more often. I know what you're thinking, because I hear it every goddamn day. I know. Daddy issues. I am well fucking aware. I had a huge crush on every single male teacher I ever slept with. The cute ones, the fat ones, the married ones. A martyr is a victim that volunteers for the job and then demands social capital as reparation. I guess what I'm telling you is, I think I'm going to heaven. I don't need you to understand, I just need you to clap, okay? Now.